Hello, my name is Morgan Ging from Ballykeefe Distillery, a family-run distillery in County Kilkenny in Ireland. Ballykeefe Distillery is special because I tried to build a distillery over 30 years ago and I couldn't get the licence. And in the intervening years, I have learned how Irish whiskey was made hundreds of years ago when it was in its heyday. And I've brought that knowledge to build a distillery today at Ballykeefe, which now produces award-winning whiskies, gins and vodkas. And come visit me and I will show you how I do it. We're located in just outside Kilkenny City in Ireland, in the centre of Ireland. And I'd like to welcome you to the Irish Celtic Music broadcast.
Show number 765. Welcome to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, helping you celebrate Celtic culture through music. I am Mark Gunn. I'm a Celtic musician and also host of Pub Songs and Stories, where I share stories behind my songs as well as those of other Celtic and folk musicians. But this podcast is for fans of all kinds of Celtic music. From all around the world, we are here to build a diverse Celtic community and help the incredible artists who so generously share their music with you. If you hear music you love, please email the artists, let them know you heard them on the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. As with all things, it is important to support our community, whether it is local or in a small niche we love like Celtic music. Skip the big corporate businesses and bands. Instead, spend your money where it will make a difference. You can do that with each of the artists on today's show or your favorite artists on today's show. Buy a CD, album pen, shirt, digital download, or join their community on Patreon. You can find a link to all the artists in the show notes along with show times when you visit our website at CelticMusicPodcast.com. I had an absolutely spectacular Celtic invasion of Galicia. I'll tell you about it in a little bit. But first, we kicked off the show with Tulua. They have a brand new album out. It is called In the Snug. That was Michael Relihan's, Rigney's, and Cap'n Bell's. Next up is Alisa Moray with King of the Fairies' Ambient Forest Mix from a single.
Still Come fill the glass, let's drink about tonight will merry be. For friendship and for harmony, likewise my brothers three. To meet again some other night, my secret joy revealed. Now I must stray so far away as fortune turns the wheel. No love or gold, no dress I'll take my estimate of man. But when I meet a friend in need, I'll stretch a helping hand. To him I'll drink, for him I'll fight, to him my mind reveal. And friends will be whatever way blind fortune turns the wheel. But if some of my supposed friends, if friends you may them call, who falsely turned their back on me while mine was at the wall, it's in a glass I'll drink their health, you'll find I wish them well, that someday I may pay the debt when fortune turns the wheel. And it's of a handsome fair one, it's her I'll justly blame. When cruel misfortune frowned on me, she denied she knew my name. But friendship by remorse is past, to her I'll never kneel. I'll sweethearts find, both true and kind, when fortune turns the wheel. You dewy hills of Caledon, likewise sweet Cockadale, where friendship binds the firmest ties, and love tells the sweetest tale. Is to my friends and to my foes, you'll find I wish them well, that we might meet some other night when fortune turns the wheel.
After Alisa Marie came Maggie MacInnes with Mhic Ailein, Na Bí Na El Rium from Uiseagan Bharraigh. I hope I pronounced most of that right. I'm not going to hold my breath on that, but I'm still working on it. So then came Alexis Chartrand and Nicolas Babineau with Soucy from Écoutez 2, and we finished up the set with Fortune Turns the Wheel by Jim Moray from Gallants. I want your feedback. What are you doing today while listening to the podcast? You can send a written comment along with a picture of what you're doing. Email, follow at bestcelticmusic.net. Let me see those summer photos of you listening to the podcast while you're out exercising or working at home or going to a festival or bands you just saw, Celtic bands that you saw this summer. I would love to see those pictures again. Follow at bestcelticmusic.net. Laura Grantham replied to my email about how do you celebrate Celtic culture through music. She wrote, I practice my Irish by listening to Celtic music as Welga at least once a week. I do too, Laura. I'm actually still doing my Duolingo daily. I forget how many days. I haven't done mine today, but every day. The only thing I wish that Duolingo would do, it's a great way to get started, I think, for learning the basics and such. But what I really wish they would do is conjugate verbs. Can you just conjugate a verb for me instead of throwing it out little by little? It would help me so much. So one of these days I'm going to have to get an actual Irish Gaelic book that teaches you about that, because that would help me a lot. Kent Hansen emailed, Dear Mark and Todd, I've been listening to the Irish and Celtic Music podcast for years now, using Podbean as my podcatcher, but every once in a while, it doesn't get the current show. Right now, the most recent they have is April 2nd. I realize that there's other ways to listen to the podcast, but I'm also trying to listen to every old one I can, and I still have a couple hundred to go, and I hate to start over. Not sure how any of that works, but in the very least, I thought you should know. Thank you, Kent. I apologize for those problems. I think the one that you are specifically mentioning was an error with the feed that happened. Every now and then I make a mistake when I'm publishing stuff, like frequently, like with the graphics, like for the main graphic for the episode, if those things are sized poorly, like over 500 kilobits, then it causes errors to the feed. But sometimes it's other things. I don't know what happened then. Hopefully everything is up and running. If it's not, drop me a line so I can try to fix it as soon as possible. As far as where to listen to right now, all of the podcast episodes are in the feed, plus a few extras that I haven't had a chance to remove yet. But go check it out. I hope you enjoy it. And finally, just after our July 4th celebrations, Patrick Van Horn emailed, "Keep speaking up for America. Hi, Mark. I've been a listener for years. I bet always for free. But today, after listening to episode 749, Celtic Protest Songs, I knew I finally had to become a paid subscriber. Thank you for introducing me to new Celtic performers. And thank you for speaking up for America. Sláinte." Thanks so much, Patrick. I really appreciate it. It is always a challenge to speak up about things that are upsetting, that affect so many people. And I will continue to do so. And thankfully, I feel like my speaking up also is one of the many that helped stem the problems that were happening with the injustices that were happening by our government. So thank you for supporting me through that. I really appreciate it because, yes, I continue to lose subscribers, and that's okay. The important thing is that we have a better America for it. So I had a great Celtic invasion of Galicia. I'm back indeed from that trip, and it was absolutely wonderful. I learned some great things on the trip. For one, I found it was not only does Galicia and Spain have just absolutely incredible food, but I also learned a lot about the siesta. And oh my God, do I love the siesta. Actually, it's one of those things that really struck me. So many times on my Celtic invasion vacations, we don't usually go out to Irish pubs. I mean, I've make that as an option many times, but we haven't actually done the Irish pub scene. And part of me has always lamented that because I would love to go to hear an Irish session, more often. But the problem is that it's late at night. They don't start till like 10 p.m. And by the end of the day, after spending a day touring around, you're kind of exhausted and everyone's like, I'm good. And so seeing how the siesta worked, this time we took siestas every afternoon, 3-ish to 5-ish or whatever. We would, take a break, take a nap, whatever. Then we go out and do stuff in the evenings. And it worked beautifully. And I'm like, I feel like I could be relaxed enough and go out in the evening and listen at an Irish session or play at an Irish session because of this wonderful, wonderful thing, the siesta. I got to say, I am a big fan. So now, a lot of people don't know what Galicia, you hear about Galicia and you're like, what? It's one of the Celtic nations? How is this happening? Well, I think I've talked about it in the past, but once upon a time, the Celts were one of those barbarian tribes that invaded throughout Europe. They started in a little location around Austria and then invaded the entire continent. In fact, when Julius Caesar was out conquering the barbarian tribes, the Celts were one of those groups. And they wiped him out from most of continental Europe, but the Celts ended up going to the extreme locations. So some went into Brittany in northwest France. Then they crossed over to Cornwall, another Celtic nation in southeast England. And then they would go up to Wales and to Scotland and to the Isle of Man and to Ireland, of course. But the one that is not mentioned is Galicia. Galicia is northwest Spain. It is more mountainous. The Celts seem to like those mountains. And they settled in that area and they lived there for quite a while. In fact, there's a lot of Celtic settlements that are still there. They're called castros. And we visited, I think, 3 on our invasion. They existed from like 700 to 100 BC. And in the show notes, you can see a picture of the Castro de Barogna that we visited on our first day of the Celtic invasion. I will try to put some more pictures in the coming weeks, but if you want a lot more, you can always head on over to my own Patreon page patreon.com/keltfather, or just go to markgunn.net, marcgunn.net. It'll take you over there as well. So I am starting to, in the coming weeks, I'm going to start planning the Celtic invasion of hiking the Isle of Skye. Yes, I want to do some hiking on the Isle of Skye. It is a hiking mecca. So we're going to do some long hikes each and every day, and I hope you will come join us on that Celtic invasion, and maybe there'll be some sessions in the process. Head on over to CelticInvasion.com for some more details. Meantime, let's get on with the music. Avourneen has a new album out. It's called Way Stations. This is Lakes of Killarney.
Of the day, I would flee from the wars, I would follow the stars to Killarney shores far away. Innisfallen still calls from its dark brooding halls, Innisfallen where Boru once strayed. My dear isles overrun with the pikes and the guns of Queen Liza's bloody crusade. Will you follow me down from the wrecks of the day to the place where the waves do disarm me? Will you flee from the fray? Can you retrace your way to the shores of the lakes of Killarney? Oh, the hours I dwelled on those still sainted grounds, oh, the hours with spirits at play. My dear Abbey's been lost and my heart's paid the cost of adrift, alone and betrayed. Through the black frozen night I took up desperate flight from that center of wisdom divine. Then I swam the dark tide, then I sought out the guides, and to exile I'm sadly consigned. Will you follow me down from the wrecks of the day to the place where the waves do disarm me? Will you flee from the fray? Can you retrace your way to the shores of the lakes of Killarney? Shores of Killarney, light and poems and songs will guide me to wisdom and learning again. Now the water's away, the sweet beat of the Kay. Now I flee over hills high and daunting, but I'll soon take the horse on its unerring course to the lakeside where wisdom is calling. The bright day will come soon when we all call the tune of redemption for dark, hopeless days. I will set sail again, I will sound the refrain and return to the mist and the haze. Will you follow me down from the wrecks of the day to the place where the waves do disarm me? Will you flee from the fray? Can you retrace your way to the shores of the lakes of Killarney? Will you follow me down from the wrecks of the day to the place where the waves do disarm me? Will you flee from the fray? Can you retrace your way to the shores of the lakes of Killarney?
a dewdrop falling from the sun. It's Misha American. I'm the goddess, the land is my skin. The dark that knows where stars begin. I am the wisdom that lights the hills, the calm that moves the storm that stills. Sound the harp with strings of gold. Sail the ninth wave coming home. A dewdrop falling from the sun. It's Misha American. Dewdrop falling from the sun. It's Misha American. They burst hot and free in a torrent from me. My tears in the dark night for you. Where we once were in Lee, cast the ropes, put to sea. Now you're strong in your dark night from me. Our sacred harbour, storm-wrecked debris. My gutted heart on a cutting block bleeds. So I pray that you'll see my star in the dark sky. It's a fire burning free, for my heart is a beacon. My love is a bright light that guides you to me. I knew that there'd be a quake, knew that we were at stake, but I was lost in a maelstrom in me. As the silence prevailed, it took the wind from my sails, marooned in the doldrums in you. The deeper you fathom, the deeper my need. You're safe and anchored in me. I just bleed, so I pray that you'll see my star in the dark sky. It's a fire burning free, for my
After Avourneen came Seán Paul ó Peatáin with Emergin, then MacCumhaill and the Gang with Andy's Bar from 2. Stormwrecked was after that by Christine Weir from a single, and we finished off the set with Colin Steele, Declaration of Arbroath from his album Stramash 2. Thank you so much, patrons of the podcast. We're approaching 21 years of the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. Our anniversary is July 28th. 2005. That's when we started this podcast. So since day one, this show has relied on the generosity of kind people like you. You inspire me to keep hunting down new music, interviews, and stories from our community so I can keep sharing them with you on this show. And I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. As a patron, you get episodes before regular listeners. You get patron-only episodes like the highlight reel that came out last week. That was exclusively for patrons. You get to vote in the Celtic Top 20 to help us collect the absolute best songs and tunes of the year into one magnificent end-of-year episode, and you keep the show running. Special thanks to our Celtic legends who pledge $30 or more per month, including Alan Schindler, Brian McReynolds, Bruce, Dan McDade, Daniel Ide, Dave and Rosie Donnelly, Fuzzy, Gary R. Hook, Gerald F. Boyle, Jeff A., Kelly Garrett, Linda McNeil, Margareta Silverstone, Marty Myers, Mike Schock, Miranda Nelson, Rick Boyce, and Sean Cowley. Thank you so much for your generosity. Here is your 3-step plan to support the podcast. Number 1, go to our Patreon page. Number 2, decide how much you want to pledge every month. $4, $12, $30. Number 3, keep listening to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast to celebrate Celtic culture through music. You can become a generous patron of the podcast on Patreon at songhinge.com. Slugger's Rule is up next with I'm a Rover from their album Clusterfolk.
I'm a rover, seldom sober. I'm a rover, a high degree. And when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. Though the night be darkest dungeon, may a star to be seen above, I will be guided without a stumble into the arms of my own true love. Me step it up to a bedroom window, kneeling gently upon a stone. He rapped it at our bedroom window, darling dear, do you lie alone? I'm a rover, seldom sober. I'm a rover, a high degree. And when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. She raised her head on a snow white pillow with her arms about her breast. Who is that in my bedroom window, serving me on my long night's rest? It's only me, your own true lover. Open the door and let me in, for I had come on a long journey and I'm near drenched to the skin. I'm a rover, seldom sober. I'm a rover, a high degree. And when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. She opened the door with the greatest pleasure. She opened the door and let him in. They both shook hands and embraced each other till the morning they lay as one. The cocks were crowing, the birds were whistling, the birds they ran free upon the brae. Remember, lass, I'm a ploughman laddie, and the farmer I must obey. I'm a rover, seldom sober. I'm a rover, a high degree. And when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. No, my lass, I must gang and leave thee. Though the hills they are high above, I will climb them with greater pleasure, since I've been in the arms of my love. I'm a rover, seldom sober. I'm a rover, a high degree. And when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. I'm a rover, seldom sober. I'm a rover, a high degree. And when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company.
On the banks of the river, where the willows hang down, where the wild birds howl warble, where the long morning sound, down in the hollow, where the water runs cold, is there I first listen to the lies that you told. were her blackbirds, and the ladies were thrushes. I would lie there for hours on the telephone boxes. Ladies were squirrels on the high sea tails. Load up my shotgun with rocks on the nails. Load up my shotgun with rock salt and nails.
Together forever, we'll always be near. From Glengarry County, we're bang on the air. We'll bring the music and you'll bring the dance. And judging by this crowd, there's a very good chance that we dance not away. That we dance not away. Now early one morning while tuning the gear, it's a Friday in August and we wanna hear you sing a song now that we all know. It's Danny O'Byrne from Brandy and Port. Dance not away. That we dance not away. Now on to the stage, boys, the scene is now set. The 34 songs and the pipers to sweat. The bass and the snare and the time is in sync. The circle of patrons partake in the drink. And we dance not away. Yeah, we dance not away. The whiskey and beer now forever she flows. There's a piper down on board, jolly and sore. Cloudy erupts with the sound of the cheer. It's Huey's last song, what the heck should it do? And we dance not away. Yeah, we dance not away.
Fiddle-a-dum and a fiddle-a-dee, won't you drive that step with me? Whack for the donkey, up for the crack, and holy be the Jesus, sure the boom is back. Little old me had a house in town, the roof caved in, sure she looked worn down. My landlord tried to raise my rents to pay me now, or go find a tent and a fiddle-a-dum, fiddle-a-dee, won't you drive that step with me? Whack for the donkey, up for the crack, and holy be the Jesus, sure the boom is back. I told night into the pub, sure they got a big fright. €9 pints, which wouldn't sit right, so buy them a ticket for the next city fight. And a fiddle I dum, fiddle I dee, won't you try that step with me? Whack for the donkey, up for the crack, and holy be the jill, sure the boom is back. Fiddle-I-a-dum and a fiddle-I-a-dee, won't you mind, don't step on me. Whack for the donkey, up for the crack, and holy be the jill, holy be the jill, holy be the jill, sure the room is fiddle-I-a-dum, fiddle-I-a-dee, won't you mind, don't step on me. Whack for the donkey, up for the crack, and holy be the jill, holy be the jill, holy be the jill, sure the room is fiddle-I-a-dum, fiddle-I-a-dee, won't you mind, don't step on me. Whack for the donkey, up for the crack, and holy be the jill, holy be the jill, holy be the jill, sure the boom is back. Tell me, holy be the jill, holy be the jill, holy be the jill, sure the boom is back. Tell me, holy be the jill, holy be the jill, holy be the jill, sure the boom is back.
After Slugger's Rule came Tan and Sober Gentleman, featuring Mason Villa with Rock, Salt, and Nails. Then Bang on the Ear with 20 from their album Highland Road, another new album. And we finished up the set with a new band, Someone's Sons. That was the Boom Is Back radio edit. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's show. If you did, make sure you subscribe to our Celtic Music magazine. And even better, vote in the Celtic Top 20 for 2026. This is our way of finding the best songs and artists each year. You can vote for as many songs and tunes that inspire you in each episode. Your vote helps me create this year's best Celtic music episode. You have just 3 weeks to vote, so go cast your vote right now. What are your favorite songs and tunes in this episode? As many as you want. Go vote. All right, we're going to finish up with Margaret Davis. She has a brand new album out. The album is called The Elder Lass. The track is called Seagull of the Land Under Waves. Thank you so much for listening. I have a new show all ready to go for next week, so come on back, and I'll talk to you soon. Sláinte.
Snow white seagulls say, oh, we may. Seagulls say, where, oh, where thou'st left them. White seagulls say, where our fair young lads are resting. Oh, Rigney Ailein, oh, we've all, oh, we we've all.
Support for this program comes from international speaker Joseph Dumond, teaching the ancient roots of the Gaelic people. Learn more about their origins at sightedmoon.com. Support for this program comes from Cascadia Cross-Border Law Group, creating transparent borders for more than 25 years, serving Alaska and the world. Find out more at cascadialawalaska.com. Support for this program comes from Hank Woodward. Support for this program comes from Dr. Annie Lorkowski of Centennial Animal Hospital in Corona, California. Support for this program comes from John Sharkey White II. The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast is produced by Mark Gunn, the Celtfather, and our patrons on Patreon. The show is edited by Mitchell Peterson with graphics by Miranda Nelson Designs. Visit our website to follow the show. You'll find a link to all the artists played in this episode. Todd Wiley is the editor of the Celtic Music Magazine. Subscribe to get 34 Celtic MP3s for free, plus you'll get 7 weekly news items about what's happening with Celtic music and culture online. Best of all, you will connect with your Celtic heritage. Please tell one friend about this podcast. Word of mouth is the absolute best way to support any creative endeavor. Finally, remember, plastic isn't just a waste problem, it's a climate problem. Most plastic is made from oil and gas, and producing it releases greenhouse gases at every step. This July, take part of Plastic Free July. Swap single-use plastics for reusable bags, bottles, and containers. Solar and wind are now the cheapest power sources in history. Cutting plastic is another way to shrink demand for the fossil fuels behind it. Reduce your waste this month, one choice at a time. Promote Celtic culture through music at CelticMusicPodcast.com.